Hello guys, in this video I'm going to configure the checkpoint first time configuration wizard. So in the last video, we have installed the checkpoint SMB firewall, virtual firewall in VMware Workstation. Now it's time to configure the first time configuration wizard. Okay, so if you have the hardware firewall like this, if you are going to configure the first time configuration wizard, you need to connect your laptop using network cable to port 1 like this. So this is the port 1 of your hardware firewall. Then you need to connect to uh, your laptop by directly using the standard network cable. Then you need to assign IP address from 192.168.1.range. For example, so 1.10, okay, 192.168.1.10 I'm going to assign for this laptop. And then you need to go to browser, and you need to enter this URL https://192.168.1.1, and the port will be 4434. Okay, because this the first port, that means LAN 1 port, is pre-configured with 1.1 IP address. So you can actually use the CMD and try to ping this IP address to check the connectivity. Once the connectivity is you have verified the connectivity, then you can access through the web GUI, and then the wizard will become, and you can configure the firewall. That's how to configure the hardware firewall. uh, you know in this video, so I'm going to configure my virtual firewall for the first time. So you can see its virtual firewall is up and running. So you can see the message, appliance was not configured yet, check in the zero touch service. Okay, so I'll explain about this zero touch service. Is actually cloud service. Okay, so you can use this cloud service to install, configure hundred of devices, checkpoint SMB devices, using the zero touch cloud portal. There are templates available. You can configure those templates. Then actually this hardware devices will check the zero touch provisioning on the cloud. Okay, if it is have those zero touch provisioning, then it will import that configurations to your hardware device. Okay, and we have these ITPCs to access this checkpoint firewall for the first time configuration wizard. For that reason, in the last video we have assigned a IP address to this machine. So you can see in this checkpoint firewall, the LAN 1 port will be this network adapter 3. So we have explained the order here. Okay, so LAN 1 will be the port network adapter 3 here. Then according to my diagram, so the same port here, you can see the same port I have assigned to this ITPC. You can see the VMnet port is assigned to this ITPC. Then both are on the same network. So here actually, if I go to this network settings, adapter settings, actually I have configured 192.168.1.50 as my IP address, because I need to access this 192.168.1.1. Then you will see that default gateway is 192.168.1.1, and the DNS is all 8. Okay, so once you configure these IP settings, you can verify the connectivity using the CMD like this. Then you can see its connectivity is established. Then I can go to the Google Chrome, and I can type https://192.168.1.1, and port will be 4434. Then you will see the checkpoint VNF appliance configuration wizard will be displaying like this. Okay, you can see this first thing, you can see fetch settings from zero touch. So I have explained this zero touch is cloud provisioning service. So you can use to configure the multiple checkpoint firewall without configuring on the the on-prem side. So in the cloud portal, zero touch cloud portal, you can configure and you can apply the certain configuration on the cloud. Then this will so if you click this fetch settings from the zero touch, then it will connect to the cloud, and it will check if there is any cloud configurations for this device. If it is, then it will apply that configurations to this hardware device or virtual device. Then according to that configuration it will apply it. Okay, that is how to use that zero touch service here. Then I'm not going to use that thing here. So you can see the welcome to the checkpoint VNF applies first time configuration wizard. So you can see the language settings here. Okay, and then we can first click the next. Okay, then you need to enter the authentication details. This is the default administrator credentials for this checkpoint firewall. So you can see the administrator name is admin, because by default credential of this administrator user is admin, password is admin. Okay, you need to change the first page. That is the first thing you need to consider. Okay, so I'm going to enter my password here. So you need to confirm it, that password. Then if you want to enforce password complexity on this administrator, you can check this one. Then you can see the password expiration date in 90 days, and the password must be at least 8 characters long. Then it actually it may be contain 3 or more different type of characters, for example uppercase, lowercase, numeric, non-alphanumeric. You can see the combination of these keys is required for password complexity if it is selected by this one. Okay, so I'm not going to select that thing here. So you can see the help us improve product experience by sending data to the checkpoint. That will be okay. Okay, this is the first thing you need to consider, authentication details. I have entered the password credential. Click next, and then you need to configure the appliance date and the time settings here. So you can see there are two options here: set the time by manually, so and set the time by using the NTP here. So if you want to use the manual settings, you need to select the time zone, you need to configure the time, but that is not recommended. So you can use actually the NTP to automatically assign this time to your checkpoint file. I'm going to use that thing. You can see the NTP servers will be used for this configuration, NTP checkpoint.com and NTP2 checkpoint.com. So if you have your own NTP servers, you can configure those DNS name for your NTP servers. So I'm not going to change these values and NTP servers addresses, but I'm going to change my time zone. So I'm going to use let me go to this one is 5:30 Chennai, Kolkata, Mumbai. So I'm going to select that thing here, and then I'm going to click next. Okay, you can see the date time is not configured on the appliance. Would you like to set the current time like this? You can see, let me click OK. Okay, and once it connected to the internet, actually it will fetch the time. Okay, it's you can see the next, and then you need to provide the appliance name here. Okay, and I'm going to use Cyber Sky GW as my appliance name. And this, if you have the domain, you can add like here, but let me configure elab.local. That's my domain. Okay, that is not mandatory thing. So if you have the domain, you can add that domain name here. Okay, and let me click next. And then we have security policy management for two different things here. Okay, so one is local management, one is central management. So if you select the local management, then actually it's standalone local management configured for your security appliance. That means it will be use only the web GUI to manage your firewall using the local management. If you select the central management, then the checkpoint 3-tier architecture you can use. Okay, the distributed architecture you can use for the using the central management. So central management option I will discuss later. So up to now I'm using this local management option. Using the web GUI, I will be manage this checkpoint firewall. Okay, and then you can see you can configure the internet connection here. Okay, configure the internet connection now or configure internet connection later. So if you want to configure the internet connection later, you can use this option. So up to now I'm going to use one internet connection. So connector type will be, I'm going to use static one instead of DHCP. I'm going to use static one. So there are few options here. You can see DHCP, static. So if you have a point-to-point over the Ethernet or PPTP connection or LT2P connection or bridge connection, you can use that certain connection. So I'm going to use the static IP here. Okay, and according to my network diagram here, let me go to my network diagram. So this network will be, I will be set up this ISP1 dialog 1. So okay, oops, let me go to again let me access this network diagram here. So you can see I'm going to configure this ISP1 192.168.8.1 is my router IP, 192.168.8.254, that is my port on checkpoint side. Okay, that is on the WAN, and then this is the actual LAN setup. I will come back to this LAN setup later. So up to currently I'm configure this ISP1. Okay, then let me go to this one, and I'm going to enter my port number. You can see that 8.254, subnet mask will be class 3. So under the default gateway, I'm using my router IP as the default gateway 192.168.8.1. Then first DNS server I'm going to use all 8. Then the second DNS I'm going to use 8844. Okay, then I can check the connectivity here. So guys, the internet port. Okay, so let me go to this one. So network adapter, first network adapter used for the WAN connection, that means the internet connection. Okay, that is you need to keep it remember. So if I go to the settings, okay, checkpoint firewall settings, you can see the network adapter is connected to VMnet 1. Okay, so VMnet 1 is, that is bridge to my Ethernet Ethernet connection on the host machine. You can see. So if I go to this change network settings on the VMware workstation, so you can see VMnet 1 is bridge to Realtek PCI GB family controller, that is my Ethernet adapter. Okay, so if I go to here, change adapter settings on my host PC, you can see Realtek PCI GB family control is my Ethernet connection, that is actually bridge to this VMnet 1. And then if I go to here again, you will see that this network adapter that is mean WAN is connected to VMnet 1. Okay, through that I can access the my router. Okay, so let me go to this again. So yeah, so I can check the connectivity here. You can see it's in progress. You can see WAN link is up, that means connectivity is established with the router. WAN link is up. So I can go to the next. Then you are about to configure your local network, that means your internal network. So it's currently on 192.168.1. series. You can see the DHCP settings for this LAN 1. Okay, LAN 1 is the port number. Okay, and if you want, you can configure this LAN settings, that means different IP network you can configure to here. Then once you configured, then if you rebooted only, then it will apply to your configuration. Okay, otherwise it will not going to apply just now, so it required reboot. Okay, so actually I'm going to configure this one is later. Okay, I'm going to use this 192.168.1 series later. Okay, I'm not going to change this one. Actually I don't require DHCP servers because I have separate video for this DHCP server. I'm going to disable that server. Then I'm going to click next. Okay, You can see it's configuring. Then you are going to need to configure the administrator access. So how you access this checkpoint firewall? So using the LAN port, you've been using the VPN, or using the internet. Okay, these are the three sources you can use. So if you want, you can disable these things, or you can enable. So I'm going to use this internet also, but that is not recommended, because through the internet, so if you are accessing this checkpoint firewall, all other can see this service is running on the WAN side also. That is not recommended, but up to now I'm going to configure. So if you use this one, you can see the below, access from the above sources is allowed from specific IP addresses from the internet and any IP address from the other sources. Okay, that option is selected, but if you want, you can use any IP address, so specify the IP address only. So if you have few some IP addresses, you can give those IP addresses, then only this appliance will be allowed for certain specified IP addresses. Okay, that is the thing you need to consider. So I'm going to give any IP address here. That's mean any LAN, VPN, or internet can be access this checkpoint firewall. Okay, so later I will change to specific IP addresses, but currently, so I'm not going to restrict anything. Okay, so I'm going to click next. You can see appliance registration wizard will be going here. So actually this required the application registration. It will check with the cloud checkpoint user center whether this has the registration information. So if you have the hardware firewall, you need to register that appliance. Okay, from there you will get the license details, activation details. It will check whether there are any active licenses available or not. If it is active licenses, then it will sync with your hardware device. But currently I don't have any registration details from the checkpoint user center, so then it will use the 30-day trial license. Okay, so that 30-day trial license will be more than enough for I can explain this checkpoint configuration. You can see the MAC address here and the registration key. So then so if you have if you want, you can actually register this appliance for the production. Okay, then I'm not going to select that thing. You can see current status, and let me go to next, and you can see license activation not completed. I also want to skip license activation, then the trial license will be used. Okay, no worries. Let me click OK. Then you can see the checkpoint VNF Wizard, the software blade activation for the 30-day. Okay, so you will get all these blade for 30 days. You will see that 30 mark here under the firewall. It's 30 mark, 30 mark. All these access control blades and threat prevention blade will be activated for 30 days. Okay, let me actually going to click next. You can see the first time configuration wizard has completed, the administrator details, and you can see the time settings here, and then you can see the internet. Okay, it's connected, license is trial, the local network details, and security policy moved, locally managed, and the activated software blades. These are the summary details of your configuration. So I can click finish here. So you can see the configuring system for the first time. Reading the configuration, then I can able to log in. So this is the actual the home page of this checkpoint SMB firewall. Okay, so we have successfully completed the first time configuration wizard. Okay, and in the next video actually so we will configure actually, so we have the actually internet access also for this firewall, because we have connected, we have the port settings, that mean internet port and the LAN port also configured for this firewall. Okay, in the next video we'll change this LAN port 192.168.1 to different IP as per our lab setup. So I will use that 192.168.2.254 as my LAN port, and I want to set up this internal network on the next video. So in this setup I have only configured the LAN configuration. Okay, that mean sorry, I have configured only the internet configurations and the other admin credentials, and also so we have selected the license, and also we have selected the configured the time settings. Okay, those settings we have configured. Okay, and then in the next video we'll see how to change this network according to our our lab setup. Okay, thank you very much.